Looks like I'm living rent-free in your heads again, huh? I mean, if you're gonna spend your days obsessing over me, you might as well start calling me something respectable. Maybe Daddy Shizzy, or better yet, Papa Nut. Who's the grown-up here? Alright, it's me. Let's go. Call me Daddy, yeah, that's who I am. Running your mind's like a master plan. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, take your pick. I'm owning in your thoughts while you still act sick. Call me Daddy, it's what you mean. Why you chase the crust and I take the lead? Living rent-free, that's my name. Go ahead, say it, put some respect on your name. Man, I'm too old, well here's a surprise. I'm the one with the brains while you're stuck with the lies. You act like you're experts, but here's the reality. I'm the one controlling your mental reality. So while you're out there trying to throw shade, I'm sipping coffee and you're feeling betrayed. You're mad, I got the spotlight, now it's my time. So why not call me Daddy or Papa with a rhyme? I'm the landlord and you're just the tenants, stuck in your headspace with no end to sight, no repentance. Call me Daddy, you know it's true. You'd be lost without me, stuck in the glue. Call me Daddy, I'm owning your mind while you're scrambling, trying to find what's behind. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, don't you see? You're living in my world now, I'm the VIP. Call me Daddy, just let it be. While you're trying to figure out your own identity. Oh, I see you're confused, trying to get it right. Spinning your wheels while I'm out of sight. You think you got it figured, but you got it all wrong. I've been running your minds all along. But sure, keep pretending you don't care. Keep saying you're done, but I'm still in the air. You got no choice but to bow to my name. Daddy Shizzy is here to own the game. You say you don't watch, but you're obsessed. Every word I say puts you to the test. Call me Daddy, Papa Nut, you know you should. Because I've been living rent-free, and you know it feels good. Shizzy Daddy, owning your headspace, and there's no escape. Good luck with that.
Oh, good evening, all you fine folks. How are you doing this evening? You know what? I don't have my helmet. Oh, geez, Louise. Let me grab that real. I was doing some straightening, didn't have my helmet. I am so disorganized. Hey, Max Lab, how you doing? Good to see you. Oh, do we have some fun tonight? Oh, it is going to be glorious. You just have no idea. Oh, all of the cool stuff coming in. Yeah, I saw that, Max. Nothing came in for filing, but I am telling you, I've got some stuff today. Oh, do I have some stuff today? Yes, it's going to be a good one. I'm fired. No, you can't fire me. Oh, I love it. Hey, everyone. Hey, Ma, how you doing? Good to see you, man. Everyone, hit that like button. Make it feel dirty. Good stuff, man. Really good stuff. I am telling you, tonight we've got some really good stuff. Can't wait. Let's kick some butt. Oh yeah, we are going to be kicking some butt. And then later I'm going to be joining MG on his stream, go over some more Laura Owens stuff. It should be quite interesting. Should be very, very, very interesting. Hello, Darlene Maynard. Good to see you. So here, and I'm pulling this off of the docket. Now this is off of document 70 in a Fed case 2. Okay, this was added in by by somebody that just they just can't handle being left alone for like 2 seconds before they need the validation. They need it so much that they had to do an introduction to the orchestrated attacks against the plaintiff. Oh, this action arises from deliberate, coordinated campaign of online harassment, defamation, reputational sabotage orchestrated by Hales and his associates, including but not limited to George, Fox, Hip, Lewis, and me. Wow. International second parties and others. Well, how do you put someone in there? Hey, Muppet Outdoors, good to see you. Yeah. No, how do you say international second parties and others? What does that have to do with anything? Now, we went over the insane little emails that were being thrown out there. You know, the little love bombs like, oh, love me, notice me. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to make you feel bad. No. Because if that was the case, then you would stop. You would stop trying to make people feel bad. But you can't handle it. You can't help yourself. You know, 1 minute it's this, oh, everybody is all against me, and the next minute it's like, oh, roast me, roast me, roast me. She just can't handle it. She just can't handle the lack of attention. Plaintiff, a retired attorney who now assists her husband's law firm, became the target of this campaign after participating in a neutral interview. Well, we saw what she considered a neutral interview. I mean, it was out there. It's all over the damn interwebs, you know, making money, not for her. Oh, no. Wouldn't be making any money for her, but damn, they were sure happy to throw those breadsticks over there at the fleas. Oh, they just were like, oh, here, take our money, take our money. Oh, look, she's so smart and so beautiful. Oh, no, it's a big face filter. Once you strip that filter away, once you pull the makeup off, it's pretty average. I'd say sub-average. There's nothing spectacular there. And what began as a single Facebook post. Oh, no. See, this would all be a lie right here, because the campaign started before you participated in any interview. That campaign started months before, and there's proof of it. There's proof of it. So why would you lie in this? Oh, to make yourself look better? Well. Weaponize their significant online following to publish and amplify hundreds of false malicious statements about the plaintiff. No, Lips. No, this was you asking for people to do that. You know, you can't handle this. We've seen this before with other people that get on the internet. They just cannot handle the pressure. You think that this is easy, that you can just jump on and carry on a conversation for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours. I've even done a 12-hour live stream. Do you know how hard it is to do a 12-hour live stream? I will tell you that your brain starts to fizzle at that point in time. And you can't handle the kind of pressure that comes along with trying to not only entertain, but to have some knowledge. I mean, you don't have to be the smartest person. Look at me. I mean, I'm a complete idiot when it comes to a lot of this stuff, and I get a lot of things wrong, and I get corrected on a regular basis. Like, oh, that's not correct. But you have to be able to weather that, but you can't do that. I mean, all I have to say is, how many false and malicious statements have you made? Because there's plenty of them out there. It's crazy hot here. Yeah, Ma, it is crazy hot here too. Trust me, it is. I was not too far from the coast, like a walking distance within the coast last week, and I will tell you, it was it was blistering hot, and then add a little bit of rain, and then you get that humidity, and it just feels like your life is being sucked out of you. These attacks carried out across public Facebook groups. Here's the thing: to you inserted yourself into these groups on Facebook, and you couldn't handle the backlash so much as you now post as an anon. That's anonymous, in case you guys are wondering. You post things as an anon, and you're wondering why people are they point it out immediately. I mean, they can pick your bullshit out almost immediately. You're not anonymous. You're why don't you just post as yourself? Well, because it looks like then there's more engagement, but there really isn't. It's fake engagement. Just everything about you. It's like plastic, fake, not real. These attacks, oh, so attacked. Despite plaintiffs' repeats efforts to correct the record and halt the harassment. No, you see, here's the thing: you don't have to do that. You don't have to worry about that. If your status is as such, none of that affects you. None of that should concern you. None of that should bother you. You should be like, yeah, but I know it's not true. So what do you got to say? It's the whole thing of them saying, oh, well, look at Shizzy. He's an alcoholic. No, I have adult beverages. An alcoholic would need to have those on a regular basis. I don't need to have anything. Just your undying love. Woe is me. Oh, the defendants persisted recruiting followers, encouraging hate sites, profiting from live donations rooted in the continued dissemination of falsehoods. Well, yeah, we disseminated all of your falsehoods, and we continue to do this day, is disseminate your falsehoods. All of the times that we've had people say, hey, did you see what the Fleas said? And sometimes it's like, oh, well, that would be incorrect, and here's where it's incorrect. Most of the time, we just look at the court documents and proves you wrong. Time and time and time and time again. We can pull up the court documents where you talk about your whatever is broken up there. It's not like it's a new revelation. I mean, don't be ashamed. Lean into your mania. I mean, that's what I say. Oh yeah, I'd rather have wild storms than this. Ooh, yeah, I hate the wild storms. Now, she continues on with profiting from live donations. Well, that's not really true. Those would be called super chats. Something that if you ever had your channel monetized, you would understand how much your chat interacts with you, how much you interact with your chat, how you have to be able to give a little bit of something. Like here's a perfect example. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe. That's engaging with your chat, because you're letting your chat know that algorithm helps out your chat. See, there's a lot of things that you could learn about YouTube from someone like Jeremy. That's what he does for people. He says, hey, if you're looking to help your channel out, you want it to grow, here's the things to do to help your channel to grow. And here's some things that you don't want to do that could destroy your channel. The conducted issue is caused severe ongoing harm to plaintiff's personal and professional life. Well, no, that would be a falsity. That would be a provable lie. That anything that comes out of this is done by you. The conducted issue is your own conduct. And whenever people see the conduct, they call that out. They call out your bullshit. Good evening, Kippy. Good to see you. That right there is what makes it so important for you to understand that you're going to change over time, your ideas, your thoughts, your processes. I mean, I can go back to whenever I first started doing YouTube, and this is no joke. I was, believe it or not, I was just going to talk about different recipes and working on cars. That's all I was going to talk about. That's all I really wanted to do. That was sort of the thought behind it. I was like, I mean, I know cars and I like to cook, so why not? That all changed. That all changed drastically. And it wasn't because I was chasing anything. It wasn't because I was following anything in particular. It's just you can only say so much before you say, well, I want to talk about something else. I find politics interesting. Let's talk about those. It's crazy that they don't understand the concept behind making and growing a YouTube channel. The concept is tear people down to make yourself look better. And you know, it's like some high school drama class, and nobody enjoys. How many people actually really enjoyed high school? Think about it. I mean, was it a wonderful fucking time in your life? Well, kudos to you. There was a bunch of groups and little cliques, and me, I just wanted to get done with school, and I wasn't worried about the social experiment of school. I was more concerned with how do I get from point A to point B as quickly as possible. And there was others like me, and made some great friends that way. But would I go back and do high school all over again? No. That's why I don't get involved in this bullshit drama that everybody wants to do. Necessitating judicial intervention and redress. What? No, it doesn't. Yeah. Here's the thing. If you don't like what's on the TV, what do? You change the channel. I mean, it's as simple as that. If you don't like what people are saying, change the channel. It's super easy to do. There's a reason why my subs go up and they go down, they go up and they go down, they go from left to right. And we got subs that, you know, come back after a period of time, subs that go away and never come back. You're thinking that this is some fluid thing. I can tell you right now, I can look at all of the wonderful people that are in chat right now. I can look at those and say, yes, I've seen Tammy in here all the time. I've seen Lorianne, Ma I haven't seen before, and welcome, because you probably came in at some other point in time. I've seen Lady T in here, like, often. These are people that I see, and there will come a time, and I know this from doing YouTube long enough, that Lady T is going to go, I'm just not really interested in what Shizzy's talking about, you know, and she'll find another channel. She'll be watching that, and she'll find her entertainment there, and she'll come back. It's one of those things that happens. I don't stress that, but see, these folks, they don't understand that this is how YouTube operates. This is how YouTube goes. So they get all worked up, and they're just like, I don't understand why these people are hating on me. That's life. That's YouTube. Think about the friends that you had in high school or in college, or just, you know, your next door neighbors. And one of you moved away, or you just lost touch. The group of ladies that you hung out with in you know, in junior high are not the same, you know, friends that you have in high school, or not the same friends you have in college, or not the same friends that you have because you gained interest in knitting or something. And so you joined a knitting group or a book reading club, and those became like your friends over time. And it wasn't because you disliked the group of friends that you had 3 or 4 years before, but you know, their interests were in golf and yours was in knitting. I mean, that's how it works. Run time for the song, please. Hey, Double Karma, run time for the song, please. Well, what kind of runtime do you want there, Double Karma? You want to hear the song? Well, I'll get to that because I do also have some more stuff coming up. Oh, yes, I do. Shizzy and Jack, good to see you, Cat Whispers ecosystem. And then we got the introduction, and oh, Double Karma, I almost forgot. Oh, you're wanting this one right here.
Welcome to the shit show.
Oh yes,
Every single day.
every single day.
A new flavor of fuckery.
'Cause everybody's such seeing they're dumber than a bag of rocks. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
And then 4 more days of
Oh,
increasing
yeah, right there.
ridiculous, ignorant, boulder, dash,
Poppycock, bollocks, and fuckery.
All over again.
Oh yes, good to see you, Double Karma. And then, of course, here is where it becomes really interesting because this is the introduction to Defendant's subscriber scheme. A scheme. Now, what did I just say? Subscribers come and subscribers go. People sub to you. Sometimes they unsub from you. Sometimes they come back. Sometimes YouTube removes subs. I've seen that happen before. There's been times that I've lost 100 subs, and why it happened? Nothing different than I was doing before, but then they'll come back the next week. I don't know why I was unsubbed from you. So make sure that you're subbed up. It's really easy. You can see those kind of things happen. No, that's the one. No, that's the line. Defendants are misleading the public while presenting themselves as advocates for transparency and truth. Defendants are misleading. Now, see, she's talking about me. What are you talking about? Because that's a very shallow way of looking at things. I mean, I understand that you're a very shallow person, but you have to understand that is more than what we do. We entertain. We try to keep people entertained and involved in the conversation. We try to have a community, a group of people that come in, hang out, come, go, share stories and share life, love, happiness, sadness, all those things come in. It's part of the group. Defendant hails this orchestrated and concerted scheme designed to manipulate viewership analytics. Concerted scheme to manipulate analytics. Silence dissent. Well, no, here's the thing. It's not about silencing dissent. It's silencing people that are abusive, controlling, and manipulative. That's usually what we are doing whenever we're silencing somebody. And a perfect example is whenever I get someone that manically sends me 79 messages in less than an hour on my stream, I'm gonna remove you. That if that's silencing, then fuck off and have a wonderful life. I don't have time for your bullshit. And financially benefit those who are participating in this campaign. There it is again, the crux of it. There's this jealousy whenever you receive a super chat because someone says, "Hey, look at me." You know, it's no different. It's no different than Double Karma coming in saying, "Hey, look at me, check this out," and saying, you know, "Hey, this is why those super chats are there." That is something that YouTube put in place so that people could engage with you and show their appreciation, show their love for what you're doing. That's what those are for. It's not anything that is this big financial benefit. It's always appreciated, but it's not something that we sit there and go, "Oh, this is what we've got to have." No, we would do this if there was never a super chat that came in, if there was never membership given away or joined in, we would probably still be doing this because we find human nature weird in a way, and we have a voice. I hardly have time for my 3 favorites. Same here. I'm the same with you, Stacy. I watch daily, not leaving. I learn. The chats are awesome. Yeah, the chats are awesome. I hardly have time for my 3 favorites. Oh, and that's the same way here. It's like I've got very few people that I actually am able to watch. Doesn't mean that I'm not subscribed to other channels. It just means that I don't have time to watch everything that's out there. I have to work. I have things I have to do. Defendants hails with inflated followers. I love that, inflated followers. I just keep picturing like a blow up doll, like on a airplane that just sort of pops up as an inflated, follower. Increased invisibility. Oh, I'm sorry. Increased visibility, monetary compensation while punishing those who refuse to participate. Well, it's not. No, I would say I would disagree, because I can tell you right now, I've got 149 people in chat right now, 149 people. And if I did the analytics on it, there's maybe 15, 20 people that are actively participating, and I don't punish them. I mean, I don't crack the whip on them and tell them, oh, you're not participating. No, some people just like to listen. Data analysis shows that creators who align themselves with defendant hails. Well, this right here is unprovable, because anybody even that goes against the hails is getting more views, more subs. I mean, if you think about it, you had Lips that doesn't like the hails whatsoever, that thinks he's an evil, horrible cult leader or something like that, and says, hey, it's because you're manipulating these people. Okay. I don't understand that, but well, it's because you're defending hails. No, there's more to it than that. I also am looking at what's going on and seeing other things that maybe you don't pay any attention to. I can bring up a perfect example here, which will come up later. Mug Raider, welcome, Mug Raider. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Some of us are just listening while they knit a sweater. Exactly, Alka. That's right. Some of us are just listening while they're knitting a sweater, enjoying the volume or my beautiful dust tones of my voice. It could be any number of things. Well, defendant Lewis, Fox, Hip, George, Shizzy have... I didn't know that George had her own YouTube channel. Have experienced dramatic spikes in their online metrics, increasing from 30,000 plus view counts. That would be nice. I mean, just saying, that would be pretty awesome if I could get 30,000 plus view counts on a video. I'm just happy if I have 100 people in chat. That makes me excited. So whenever I see 200 of you wonderful people, it really goes, hey, there's 200 people hanging out. And it most of the time I don't even notice how many people are in my chat. It takes, all of a sudden you'll see a spike of people come in, but I don't notice it all the time. Like there's been times that I'll get rated by Tug or Megan, and I'll get this huge spike of people that come in are like, hey, how's it going, Tug raid or Mug raid? And I'm like, and I'll just happen to look over and go, oh my gosh, there's a nice amount of people in here. And I've had Yamaha on here with me, and we're just having a good time. And then all of a sudden, we end the stream, and we'll say something in the back room. I'll be just like, thanks for coming by and everything. It's like, oh, well, I make sure that you have your live viewer thing on, because I like going back and watching, see what the chat is doing, because I'm not engaged with them as much. And And there's been times he was like, there was that many people watching. I was like, yeah, I mean, it's nice, and I wouldn't change a single thing that I do. Oh, I love having Yamaha, and he's just so much fun. He's sharp, witty, and fun. Compared to their typical view counts soon after joining his circle and promoting his narrative. No, actually, I will disagree with you there because whenever you have more subs, you will, the generality is that you end up increasing the amount of view counts you get off of a video. So that's that. See, this is the thing that she's not understanding. That's only because she's used to, streaming in front of 7 people, which are probably her own sock accounts. I don't know. And she's not used to people that actually will engage or how to engage people. It could be any number of things. This is not something easy. Lies, but speak of the devil. Hey, I love having the devil. I love having the devil because what is better? What is better in this world than having the devil that just you don't know, and then all of a sudden they just come out of nowhere. I just saw a bunch of wet panties hit the floor.
Wow.
I feel like we
Hi,
did.
everybody.
I feel like I'm playing in front of Elvis now.
Oh, really? You should see my swivel hips. The only problem is every once in a while they get stuck, and then I just look weird.
Just walking sideways.
Oh, shit. Oreo!
See, I mean, they're just.
And I just start screaming like the Tin Man.
Drool.
What's going on, everybody? It's been a couple days.
Well, it has been a couple of days. Lots happened in a couple of days, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Still the same stupidity.
just coming from a different angle. That's the thing. I guess it's the angle of the dangle. What can you do?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think this would be impressive. 30,000 plus view counts. Oh God.
Yeah, I mean that's up there.
That's up there. I mean, I can say that's a pretty high bar to cross.
Yeah.
Well, and of course she says it's not mere coincidence. The evidence indicates these creators have been incentivized to support defendant ales.
Yeah.
Now, do you think that's true? Because I mean, you're not really a supporter of ales. You're just
When you
just
have a
come on
bunch
here
of
and
rabid
stuff.
squirrels running around in the empty spaces between your ear canals, it's hard to say what they're telling you. I have no idea. I'm not in there, thank God. I'm sure in her mind, I think something of that nature has come across from the head useless turd as well, where they claim that, oh, well, you are being paid just because you guys are getting subscribers. So they get caught up on the subscriber thing, and you and I have talked about this before, and I'm sure some other people out there who have channels and have experienced this. We're not saying anything bad about the subscribers themselves, but the subscribers don't mean shit. If your percentage is horrid, if you're not getting views, if you're not getting interactions, you're not even thumbs down, but if you're not getting thumbs up to get that pushed out into the algorithm, you could have 5 million
100,000
subscribers. Yeah, you
If
can have
only-
5
if
million
only-
subscribers.
And if only 100 people are watching your streams, that doesn't
Yeah.
mean anything.
And
Thank
if
you,
you're only
Winterbender.
getting a few hundred or a few thousand on a video, yeah, you suck. You're not doing shit. So
Yes.
just because they want to claim that, oh, well, the subscriber, that doesn't mean anything.
I mean, I will tell you, I was so excited and giggled like a little girl whenever I had 500 subs, and one of my shorts got 1,500 views. I was like, oh my gosh. And all it was like a guy playing with a hat. Hell, I think it might have even got 15,000 views. It was like an insane amount just in like 24 hours. And all it was this guy that was tossing hats on a string. And it was like my biggest amount of people that watched anything. I don't even think I was monetized at the time. I was so excited. I mean, and that just excites me. Those things. And yeah, 9.36 thousand. And that's the thing. I don't actually look at my sub count. It's not like I sit there and go, oh my gosh, I need to do something to get more subs. I just do what I do, and if people like it, then they subscribe. If they don't like it, then they don't subscribe. And just keep doing the work. You put in the work, and the subscribers come.
No. And you guys that do this on the regular, on nearly a daily basis, it's different for me because I'm in a totally different genre for just telling my stories. And that's mainly on me because it has to be something that I enjoy, that I'm interested in reading. Number one, because I'm the one that has to read it, right? So it has to be something that I'm interested in.
He's just a picky bitch. Don't let him fool you.
Yeah.
He's just a picky little bitch.
Yeah. And then, I mean, I've had, weird requests from some people, and I typically don't take requests, but it's just like, no, I'm not going to read that because it's boring as fuck to me. I will fall asleep. I will induce another head injury when I fall out of my chair and smack my head on the cement floor in my shop. And then I'll lay out here for days. Nobody will know. Nobody cares. And I'll just lay out here and I'll just bleed to death, or that little stroke's just gonna go pop, and that's it. No, but so I don't do it all the time. Or 3D World for me. So yeah, I'm not posting every day or every other day or once a week or whatever. It's hit and miss.
Well, and Wordsmith wants you to post a link to where you can be found. So you're welcome to do that. And
that's the other thing. I suck at promoting myself. Shizzy practically has to beat me over the head.
Well, I know. And that is a good thing whenever I have to beat him over the head, because what will usually happen is then he loses consciousness and Volstorm takes advantage of him. It's never a pretty sight.
Yeah. And then it just gets awkward with Diva because she thinks it's weird.
Yeah. Most of the time she's just laughing about it. Just look, great. Thanks. And that's the thing their evidence is flawed because if you think about the whole what the hell's ecosystem, you'll see how their channels grow. Like whenever they start spreading a bunch of hate about Jeremy, whenever they're making up bullshit. And I mean, a lot of this stuff is completely verifiably like false. I mean, you can do a quick search and go, yeah, that's not what they're saying it is. I mean, they can't even read a freaking court document, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah.
Not without Bubbles sitting there like, lapping at their feet like some, broke dick piece of crap. Those who decline to participate or who attempt to expose the scheme have faced targeted harassment. That would be the whole what the hell's ecosystem. If you have a lower sub counter that give you a higher percentage on views, does that affect the algorithm? Yes, it does. It does.
Oh yeah, and I've seen that, and that kind of goes to what I was saying. I mean, I've seen that. I've seen some channels who have less subs than I do. Mm-hmm. I've seen channels who have 5, 10, 15,000 subs, but they're getting 50, 60, 100 and some odd thousand or more views per video.
Yeah.
they are doing phenomenal because their percentage is so high.
Exactly.
Like I said, it has nothing to do with, I don't want to say a name, but there's one in particular that I can think of. And this individual will do lives, and they will do live reading and recordings, and has nearly almost 1.5 mil. It's close to 1.5 million subscribers.
Yeah.
But routinely, what I've seen on their lives when they're doing it is 2, 3, 4. The most I think I've ever seen are 500, around about 500 live viewers. That's it.
Yeah, that's really
And
that's bad.
Now,
I mean,
in the actual videos, once the stories and stuff are all done, he does get high view counts on that.
right.
So he does make up for it, and he does some other stuff. But as far as for the percentage wise in live views, it sucks.
Yes, and I mean, I almost only do live streams. I mean, I started doing my videos to back those up, so, that's the thing that they don't understand is that their live streams are so boring and so bland. We're talking about to the point where I would rather rake my teeth across the ground, and in a vertical pattern than actually listen to them, because there's these dramatic pauses and coughing and hacking and like not sure what to say, that it becomes like can somebody rip my brain out of my head and set it down in front of me, because that'd be more entertaining. I mean, watching paint dry is more entertaining. That's why I have so much respect for I Watch This So You Don't Have To, because she watches this garbage that and comments on it, and I'm like I kudos to you, lady. You are the best in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. See.
Yeah. Well, and that was one thing, and you and I had talked about that too. When Just J Hip had done, I can't remember what it was, one of the Saturdays or something like that, I think, several weeks ago, I believe, and had pointed that out, that prior to Bubbles, after he was going around humping everybody's leg and running his cock washer, prior to him jumping up onto their panel and starting to run his suck there, they were only getting they were getting shit for views.
Oh
And
yeah,
the material sucked ass.
Yeah, they were getting maybe
As soon as he was on there, boom, there
maybe 50 to 100 views.
Yeah, now let's be honest. I personally believe that a lot of their subscribers and a lot of their view counts that went shooting up are hate watching, but nonetheless,
could be.
It still it still does the same.
Exactly. Because
they're doing the very same thing that they whine and bitch and complain about everybody else. But it's okay when they do and say this shit. That's okay.
They're whining and bitching and complaining about the wrong thing. Because if you're covering a story, if you're digging in and you're pulling up the information, you're showing it to people, that your channel will grow. People become interested. They become invested in the story. This is what they haven't figured out yet, and to be able to present it in a very good way, in a positive way, you'll see that your channel will grow. And yes, I'm giving you advice, please. If you want your channel to fucking grow past the whatever sub count that you have, past the view count that you have, if you want it to grow, and I don't care if you're sitting there, promoting all the bullshit about Jeremy, have some content, have an opinion on it, show your fucking work. And I will tell you, your view count will increase. Your sub count will increase just because you're covering the story. But you also have to be prepared if you're covering it in a improper way, if you're not showing the truth, or you're not showing the work, or you're making shit up like you do all the fucking time, people will call you out on it, and you have to be prepared to be called out on your bullshit. It's as simple as that. You have to be able to say, "Yep, I was wrong on that." You can't just make it up to fit your narrative. Speaking of to make it up to fit your narrative,
Welcome
Yeah.
to
thank you,
the
maybe
shit
not.
Thank you.
Every
Yes.
single day, a new flavor of fuckery. Cause everybody sucks, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of twats. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then 4 more days of increasingly stupid predicament, ignorant, balder, dash, poppycock, bollocks, and fuckery. Yeah, we're all over again.
It's so hard to get those high pitched faces.
You just put
Ray
Shizzy
coming
that
in.
much closer to his Christmas present this year of his North Pole nipple armor.
Oh,
Thank you.
yes. I'm rubbing him right now. Thank Megan Fox Raid. Welcome, Raiders. Additionally, defendant Hills has taken measures to contact DCF to file. Well, no, they wouldn't be false reports. If he files a report, he files a report. You can't claim that it's a false report. It is a report. Now, if he's done that of his own volition, and it's not something that he's gone out and bragged about. It's just like, yes, this happened, and this is why we did it, because you've got a child living in a pretty goddamn shitty place. Don't know if DCF is going to do anything good for the child, but he feels like he's doing something. It's better than these other fuckers that are sitting there raising a whole bunch of money that Lynette's never going to fucking see. And if she does, she's going to turn around and buy some electric motorbike or some crap like that. Debbie Baker she just
Megan
didn't
and
get
Tug
enough.
Raid. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
To the shit show.
Oh, yes.
Every single day,
Oh, yeah.
a new flavor of fuckery. Cause everybody sucks, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of thoughts. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then 4 more days of increasingly stupid predicament, ignorant, balder, dash, poppycock, bollocks, and fuckery. Yeah, we're all over again.
Thank you, Debbie Baker. Love it. Tug, Megan Raid. It's a Megan Tug Raid. Yes, we love you, Raiders. Oh, yes. And then, of course, this pattern behavior extends beyond simple online rivalry. No, that's all it is. So here's the thing. Voluminous filed pending cases across Florida. And see, this is what they're trying to bring up. You have to understand that there is one case in Ohio that Jeremy brought. There initially was only one case in Florida that he brought. Okay. Now, the rest of them, the thumbnail case, that was brought about by Lynette. The trespass case was brought about by Lynette. Oh God, we could just go on. She tried to get a protective order. That one was brought on by Lynette. She's tried multiple times to go after Jeremy. And the latest ones seem to be promoted by Bubbles himself. So I don't know. I don't know how those pending cases are. And this case right here that we're reading was brought about by you going after him because you're a fucking little clout chaser.
Yeah.
Tess Campbell says, just because I love. Thank you so much, Tess. I appreciate you.
Hi, everybody.
And it is so hard for them to understand how the YouTube algorithm works. How YouTube actually how do we get paid? Here, let me explain to you how we get paid. It is.
I got a bone to pick with that fucker because I haven't seen a damn paycheck yet.
Well, no. The way this is what they keep trying to say is, oh no, you're getting paid in subscribers. Well, that doesn't mean shit. That's just like saying, here's the best way of putting that. that is just like somebody promoting a new shopping mall, and everybody goes to the shopping mall, but nobody buys a damn thing.
Yep.
Okay. And then they never come back. That's all this is. Here's the thing. This is why you work with other people. This is why Diva, Dictionary Diva, came on. We read some pleadings, and her sub count went up, and she was like, now don't be fooled, because I don't do a whole bunch of streams. I mean, I'm not an online streamer. I do paint streams. I do those with Valhalla. I do those with Shizzy. I do those with my child. I do these paint streams. So what you're seeing here isn't what you're necessarily going to get over here. It's going to be completely different. And then she said, hey, I'm going to be doing a paint stream. Do you want to come on? I'm like, absolutely. I can take time out of my Saturday and go spend with one of my favorite people. That's like how do you call that? Pro quid, something like that.
Quid pro quo.
Yeah, something.
And for a guy that wears a helmet, I have to say that painting didn't turn out too bad.
Hey, I know it's right back there. It's right back there. See, you can look at this. Look at this thing. Oh.
Now, I personally have to give myself some props over my stick figures. I think they're the best in the world. You'll find no stick figures better.
That was what I did on a paint stream with Dictionary Diva. I mean, you know what this is? This is just a piece of wood that I picked up out of my wood shop of love, and I painted that. That's what I did for I don't know, hour, half hour, hanging out with a friend. See, that's the thing, is they don't understand that, because what did we talk about? I don't think we discussed Hales at all whatsoever. All we did was just all we talked about was just life. So. No, there was none of that. Welcome again, Tug Raiders. Welcome again. Oh, see, Colleen says, love your channel, Shizzy. Well, I love my channel too. That's why I do this. I love doing this. But we
needed to come up with a sales pitch for your wood art. Hi, I'm Shizzywhiznut. Let me paint your wood.
And I've been thinking I should get some like boiled nuts or something like that and sell boiled nuts.
There you go.
There
you go. Yeah, Shizzy's nuts. Yeah.
Yes. Just pop a few of these in your mouth.
There you go. Yeah. Pop a Shizzy's nut and you'll be good. You'll be good to go.
I love it. Oh, I missed this. Is Rick Reed says Shizzy and Biker my two favorite alcoholic YouTubers. No, that would be, that would be overstating it. No, I'm there's a big difference between alcoholic and a drunk, and I'm neither. So that doesn't matter.
I talk a big game, but my my liver doesn't like me anymore. So yeah. Now talk to me like 20 years ago, then maybe I could have said, I had a drinking problem. I couldn't keep, it's like airplane. Sorry. Super sticker from M. Schwood. I love that. Mama Schwood. I'm sorry. I was like, man, I thought that said M. Schwood, but it's Mama Schwood. Mama Schwood, if she could, but Daddy told her no. Thank you so much right there. That is from you. Thank you, Mama Schwood. Thank you. And again, welcome, Mug Raiders. Oh my gosh. Gotta make sure I'm not missing anything. Hey, Libby, how you doing, brother? So this pattern of behavior extends beyond simple online rivalry. See, that's the thing, is they've got this online rivalry that I don't engage in. They're not my rivals. They are peripheral vision. Like they're annoying little gnats, what do you call them? No-see-ums. It constitutes a systematic campaign to manipulate public opinion and stifle free expression. No, your lawsuit is what does that.
your lawsuit right here that you filed is nothing but trying to get people to be quiet.
Yep.
Because as soon as you find something that you disagree with, you start suing them. The coordinated use of fake accounts. Oh, really?
Yeah, let's talk about that, Lips. How many fucking names?
How many fake accounts? Oh,
Yeah.
cyber harassment. Which, oh, well, let's talk about that too. We also have that a little notch under the belt that you are doing, and I have proof of. And intimidation tactics, again, tell you've got what is it? Wimpy Bones over there. You've got Stupid Dave, you got Bubbles, you got Paint Chip, you got all these people that are so desperate to find my fucking name. How and you're telling me that that's not harassment? Those aren't intimidation tactics? Whenever you have Paint Chips threatening to come up here to Atlanta, what was it that he said? Fucking, you got to be kidding me. Demonstrates an intention to suppress dissonant and maintain control over the narrative. All the shit that your little fucking group of people are doing.
Yep.
Never once have I told anybody to go and harass any of you fuckers. Never once have I told anybody to go over and unsub to you or hate on you or contact you or do
Quite
anything.
the opposite. Don't contact anybody. Leave them alone. Don't engage with them.
Don't engage. Yeah. Do if you want to engage over there, I'm not sending you over there to go harass them. So you do your fucking thing.
Yeah.
The goal is not just for personal profit, but the creation of an environment where truth-telling is punished and misinformation is rewarded. They're showing exactly what they do. Additionally, defendant Hales work directly with the defendants to secure various false narratives are pushed throughout the defendant's live streams. I would disagree with that because there's been things that I talk about that I'm pretty sure Jeremy would just be like, I wish you wouldn't have said that. But there's nothing he can do about this. Is my fucking channel. This is my work. This is my thoughts. These are things I talk about. There's no working directly with me. I've had Jeremy on here, but no different than you've had anybody else on that you've interviewed. You know, it's the same damn thing. You know, okay, I've had Jeremy over here, but he hasn't told me what to say or do. I mean,
they can't
I've
see
been
their own hypocrisy. That's part of the problem. They refuse to. It's not that they can't. They refuse to acknowledge it. They refuse to see it. It's just like how like I've said multiple times, everything lies right now where it lies right now, at its very foundation because of Lynette Preston and John Cook. Because they got their panties in a wad. They were told no. No, you're not going to grift off of me. No, you're not going to make money off of us, blah, 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 blah. And they were told to piss off. And then you get all these other idiots that start jumping on board. And then you got the headless turd over there, the useless turd over there, that is a champion of this woman who continues to lift her up as some poor, innocent, put upon, abused, bullied woman in all this. Bullshit.
No,
she started all this shit.
Yes. And she continues.
So every time that bitch opens her fucking cockwasher, she's fucking, that's all she does. That's all she can do is lie and spin. That's all she does. So they can't acknowledge their own hypocrisy because it shoots their narrative in the foot.
Oh, we're going to acknowledge it. Tonight, we are going to acknowledge it. I got something really good for you tonight. Just because you say it's satire doesn't make it satire. No, that is very correct. Just because you say it's satire does not mean that it's satire. Thank you, Sheriff, for pointing that out. Because no, just because you say it's satire doesn't mean it is. But if it is satire, then it's satire. If you're mocking somebody, if you're talking about something that could be easily construed as satire or shown to be satire, then that's what it is. You don't have to point everybody, oh, this is only for satire, ha 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 ha, and then do things. Okay, well, no, if you're being a dick, you're being a dick. Additionally, defendant Hales worked directly with defendants to secure various false narratives or push through the defendant's live streams. No, here's the thing. I can debunk this in no time at all. Okay, whenever a fucking ignorant goddamn court filing comes in from Bubbles, and everybody fucking sees that it's ignorant, it's stupid, it makes no sense whatsoever, it's trying to push a narrative, and everybody's talking about it. Maybe here's the thought, that it's stupid, ignorant, and fucking if everybody sees that what you filed is not making any sense, it is horribly written, it is trying to push a narrative. If everybody sees that, do you think maybe that's what's going on? Because I guarantee you, if you go over and you watch what they're talking about with some of these little fucking hate groups, they won't read the whole document that's being filed. I read the stuff that Bubbles publishes. I read the stuff that that Shockit published. No different.
No.
It doesn't change.
It's just like going over the filing for the head useless turd, and then apparently she wonders why it was denied. Well, because you're in there rambling about bullshit that had nothing to do with you and your particular situation in that case.
Oh, God.
And you're just going in there with the encouragement, apparently, of Bubbles and Lips. Because they're such fucking geniuses. Oh, yeah, you should attach this, and you should attach that, and you should say this, that, and the other thing. And then she is just baffled as to why it was denied. Because it was fucking retarded, that's why.
If you want to see a really good fucking attorney, they don't have time to do YouTube. They don't have time to do anything else, because they don't make money. You don't make money off of YouTube. If you're an attorney and you're on YouTube, either you just have some extra time and you enjoy doing it, but you're generally not going to be a great fucking lawyer. Just saying. Just saying. If you really think about it, because because if you have to spend that much time on YouTube, that means that you're not paying attention to your clients. Now, Jeff was an exception to the rule. I will say that he was an exception to the rule, because not only was he an exceptional attorney, but he just enjoyed doing it on his free time. And I mean,
his family didn't even know.
No.
Up until he passed away, to my knowledge.
Yeah.
To this day,
Larry,
I don't think up until after he passed away, he didn't know. And Larry, yeah. And then Steve. But I mean, you're also talking about some special... You're talking about some special, unique individuals.
And you also have to understand, if you look, Larry hasn't done live streams in a while.
Right.
He used to be that he would jump on with Megan, with Tug, with Larry, with Vices. He'd jump on with Ricada, but he hasn't had time to do that because he's been actually practicing as an attorney. So, I mean... And
building it up. He's become much busier.
Exactly. That's because making money as an attorney is much more profitable than being an attorney on YouTube. I guarantee you. Whenever I talked with my wife about that, because she's fucking brilliant, she's like, yeah, I don't have any desire to do that. I was like, oh, you'd blow people's minds away just because your ability to work through a situation and talk. Like she would do really well on YouTube. Plus, she's cute. So on top of that,
well, right, and Leto's Law, and there are many others that are like that. But again, these are unique, special individuals. Okay.
Yes,
they are going there, and it's I don't know if it's autism, OCD, or whatever it is, but they are definitely some unique individuals. However, you're not going to find this in an attorney who apparently can't even show up to court or to whatever else because he's got to smoke dope every 15 minutes.
No,
and that's why he sits on the fucking internet.
But here's the thing.
Days at a time.
And you notice that he doesn't have his own channel.
No.
Okay, there's a big difference. If he had his own channel, it would be completely different. If he was doing his own lives, and see what kind of audience he would actually bring in. Okay. But what does he do? No. He's got to jump on other people's channels. Yeah. Think about this. Law and Lumber, perfect example. Attorney, good attorney, and he does streams and just does his own thing. Most of his streams don't even have to do with law. Everyone is just here. You haven't missed much. Shizzy is just going over what lips putting fed to. Oh, but I also have a beautiful letter tonight. The intention of discrediting any second parties, questioning the actions to defend the consequences of the scheme are far-reaching when the public discourse is subject to manipulation through coordinated misinformation and intimidation. No, I don't intimidate anybody. I hope not. They shouldn't be intimidated by me. The integrity of online platforms and by extension, blah, blah, blah. It's not merely YouTube drama. No, you create the fucking YouTube drama. I don't want to be any part of your YouTube drama. I don't want to be any part of your fucking lawsuit. And no, if anybody saw the post I put up there, I'm dead serious. I do not accept that whatsoever. I do not accept it. But let's see, where are we at? Because this is just a bunch of fucking babbling bullshit. There's only a little more to go. Evidence supporting these claims include timelines, digital communications. Oh, so they're saying that they have timelines and digital communications between what? What digital communications? You know how many times I've actually like spoken with Jeremy? Like I could probably count it on like one hand. Like really, that is, and that's usually just been like, hey, do you want to come on tonight and talk about blah blah blah, whatever. They don't get it. Debbie Baker gifted 5 memberships. She's saying, "Shut up, Shizzy, and play the song."
Welcome to the shit show.
Oh yes.
Every single day.
Every single day.
A new flavor of fuckery. Cause everybody sucks, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of twats. Monday, bullshit. Tuesday, bullshit. Wednesday, and then 4 more days of increasingly stupid, ridiculous, ignorant, balder, dash, poppycock, bollocks, and fuckery. Yeah, all over again.
It is about time. Let's break this mother down. With Shizzywhiznut.
Ah, yes.
An open letter to Legally Lips. You didn't just insert yourself. You clawed your way in like a rabid cat in a Gucci knockoff.
Oh, I love your laugh.
Dear Lips, no. You really couldn't help yourself, could you? In a case that had nothing to do with you, where no one said your name, no one served you, no one summoned the demon that you are or your opinion, and no one, not even your sock puppet army, bothered to tag you on Twitter. You still showed up, way into the spotlight like a tipsy bridesmaid clinging to her glass at a wedding that wasn't hers. I could be better. Wait a minute. Yeah, I could be better said. You launched yourself into this case with the chaotic precision of a greased bowling ball hurled into a church potluck. Loud, off target, and, well, deeply unwelcome. I can just see it now. Here I am! See me! It's terrible, Your Honor. There are lips everywhere. Let's not pretend this was a misunderstanding or some principled stand. This was manic obsession, dressed up in a Botox injection, a courtroom fan fiction you wrote in real time while spiraling in the comments section like a rejected Real Housewife on her 5th rosé and 3rd burner account. I don't even have to add shit. You didn't stumble into the story. No, you hijacked it. You fell face first into this little shithole, like a drama-starved extra screaming lines while knocking over the camera crew and demanding her own spin-off. I'm on Netflix! I'm on Netflix! Your entire involvement is a clinical case study in weaponized delusion. You spent months circling this case like a buzzard with a Bluetooth headset, searching into your live streams, calling Jeremy a monster, calling yourself a victim, then furiously refreshing YouTube to see if anyone noticed. And when they didn't, well, you sued. Because, well, in your head, litigation is the same as validation.
That's a twisted little
No
head.
shit. Yeah. Oh, those rabid squirrels just screaming in there.
Let me out!
Yeah. Let's be real. This wasn't about justice. This wasn't about harassment. This wasn't about jealousy. You watched others get attention from a legal drama you weren't a part of and thought, where's my starring role? So you sued your way back into the ensemble. Except you're not a lead. You're just the court jester who mistook clown makeup for contour. You claimed defamation while gleefully uploading hours of stream of conscious rants, accusing everyone you don't like of being part of a cult, a conspiracy, or a sex crime. You cried harassment while registering domains with your critics' names and redirecting them to your trash fire blog. You cried mental anguish while openly taunting people refusing to fight you on the internet. You claimed emotional distress while posting memes of your enemies and begging for cash in the same breath. And now, with your subscriber scheme theory, you've outdone even the most unhinged corners of YouTube. You think that because someone criticized you publicly, fairly, and in response to your own words or challenges to be, I don't know, what was that? Oh, I challenge you to roast me. That a global defamation ring must be at play. No. Do I have to say sweetheart? Fuck. All right. Sweetheart. It's a conspiracy. It's just you being wildly unlikable. Of course, there is your hissy fit of a lawsuit. A psychiatric yard sale of every grudge, every gossip thread, every bad vibe, every bad decision you've ever made, you picked up from your Google alerts. You filed it like a deranged BuzzFeed listicle. I almost said testicle. Well, with case numbers. Stapling your obsession to a docket and praying the court would give you what the algorithm wouldn't. Attention. You named everyone but your therapist in that complaint. Well, I'm not so sure you can. Well, I don't know if she has one or not. But I'll tell you one thing. You need to drop whoever the therapist is, if you have one, and see a psychiatrist. You need somebody with prescriptive authority. Okay? A therapist does not.
No.
You even named a YouTube handle, hoping, praying, salivating that the court would force someone to reveal their identity so you could screech, "Gotcha!" and chase them around the internet like a litigious Scooby-Doo villain with a grudge on a PayPal link. You've turned a civil courtroom into your own personal stage, except the only ones clapping are your alternates, and even they're starting to look exhausted.
It's true.
But here's the punchline. You don't want justice. You want clout. You want Jeremy to acknowledge you, to say your name in a way that doesn't involve court filings or mockery. Like the sweet, soft whispers in the night, just whispered in my ear. Say my name. That's what she wants. But that ship didn't just sail, Lips. It caught fire, sank, and got turned into a meme. It made the Titanic look like a fucking Ferris wheel ride. You keep screaming into the void that Jeremy Hales is harassing you, yet your behavior reads like the final act of Fatal Attraction. You know, I was going to make a comment about that the other day when they were talking about something about that cooking thing that they're going to be doing at that, or that get-together they're going to be doing there. If you end up going to that restaurant and you see Lips in the kitchen, I bet you she's cooking a bunny on the stove and you better fucking run.
That's some rabbit.
Yeah. Just with less half-awareness and worse lighting. You don't want justice. You want attention. You don't want the truth. You want the narrative where you finally get to be the lead. The problem is, you're not even the understudy. You're the punchline. And every time you tell the world you're above it all, you post another live stream. You file another motion. You make another sock account and leave 79 comments like a woman possessed by both rejection and WebMD. This isn't legal activism. Oh no. It's a breakdown with the docket number. You could have walked away. You could have shut your cockwash, or you could have let your bar retirement be the quiet exit it pretended to be. But no. You needed to be famous. You needed to matter. You needed to drag your booger hooks across keyboards, so you weaponized the court system for a dopamine drip of perceived relevance. You could have stopped screaming into the void like a banshee in a wig. Or the horror-filled nightmare that makes it and Freddy Krueger scream and shiver in the night. But you didn't. You couldn't. Because if Jeremy isn't talking about you, if Shizzy isn't reacting to you, if no one is saying your name, then you don't exist. Much like Bloody Mary. Do you? So you insert yourself again, and again, and yet again. Until all that's left of you is a footnote in your own cautionary tale. The bar dropped out, who sued a YouTube channel because it wouldn't pay her any attention. So here you are, inserting yourself into a federal court feud like a drunk cousin in a group text, typing in all caps and wondering why no one is taking you seriously. Well, sincerely, Shizzywhiznut, the man you want in your lawsuit, in your dreams, your delusions, still not returning your calls, because, well, Daddy don't play with broken toys. You didn't even leave me an out on that one.
No, I didn't.
It is about time. Let's break this mother down. With Shizzywhiznut.
Gotcha, bitch.
Yeah.
Gotcha, bitch. The one thing that I do have here for you is this is going to be very interesting, the next little portion of this. So I hope that you're ready for this.
All right.
What I have here comes from Lynette herself.
Oh.
Saying, the Otter Creek Preston fam. I have several things to get straight. John has not killed a bunch of dogs here on our property, but he has killed 2 pit bulls, one of which was in my chicken coop with all my dead chickens. So 2 pit bulls, not a bunch of them, just 2 pit bulls. Both dogs killed my ducks and chickens. What if my child would have walked outside? So
Well,
you're
what if the
saying,
deputy hadn't been there and you'd have locked your child up in that trailer when he told you not to? And she'd have decided to go play with one of those pew-pews. Yeah, interesting.
oh, they love it, Yamaha. It was a good one. Thank you so much there, Aussie Roo. Jesus. Aussie.
Yeah.
Jesus. I love that. I love that. Thank you. I want to put you right up there, right next to the little expert. You're right on the top of the helmet. The dogs tasted blood. We asked the sheriff, and they said it's legal to protect your livestock and animals or kids. We have never killed a cat ever. We even got one little female spayed and released her. Stop believing lies. The dog was not owned by this other person. They have been dumped.
We've had a few in the cook pot, but roadkill's a little different.
Yeah, these were fresh meat. I mean, we filled up our freezers. Other neighbors have shot and killed stray dogs as well. Not to answer more questions you've asked. My name at birth was Lynette Michelle. My mother and family called me Michelle or Mike or Mikey. My dad clearly wanted a bad boy because he called me Mikey. I was never called Lynette by anyone in my childhood ever, not even in my school. My mom's middle name was also Lynette. I'm not sure. I'm sure that's why she named it to me. Later in my life, I legally changed my name due to many different reasons, usually because she's running from the fucking law. And for many, many years, my name was Lacey Alexis. My family called me Michelle. My friends and kids called me Lassie. One day I drew very close to the Lord and God and talked to my heart, and he told me to be who I was born to be. A stripper on a pole. The only way to do that was to take all four names, shove them down your throat, and, get married like several more times. Because, there was just four names due to marriages. I didn't like the other ones. They were horrible names. I had to get rid of them. Isn't that right, Ribby? I will always be Michelle to my family, dear friends, and Lacey to my kids and old friends, and anyone who chooses to call me by that name. Now you know not that it matters. So good. So if it doesn't matter,
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't,
so your legal name is Lynette in all that bullshit rambling. So
yeah,
congratulations, Lynette.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. There, Wheat Toast. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. I think I missed one up here. It was yep, there it is. It is Mel Klomp with the super sticker. Thank you, Mel. I appreciate you. If I'd miss you guys, I do apologize. I don't intentionally miss you. I'm an idiot most of the time, and the other time I'm just a moron. So half the time I'm an idiot, the other half the time I'm a moron. But here's where it gets really good. Also, I've never spoken about the case or anything about court that I'm ordered not to talk about on anyone's channel. And I won't on mine either. But you have. There's screenshots of it. Idiot. When I'm able to speak freely, you can bet your life you're going to hear from me. And for John, I'm sure I will talk about my beautiful child whenever I feel I need to or want to. The way I'm dealing with all this and keeping my sanity is not by drugs and, like nothing like that. No, you wouldn't be doing anything like that. Self-medication is not how you handle your sanity. It's by trying to live my life as normally as I can. The longer I'm quiet, the more crap that gets made up about us and her. Then ignore the crap. You've inserted yourself into this shit, dumbass. The isolation that we're dealing with and the loneliness I'm dealing with is so hard. And I enjoy going on other YouTube channels to watch and get info and just chit chat with other adults except the flea market. I'm on my channels to talk about anything that can get me in trouble. I simply wanted to be normal like anyone else. Well, there's a way to be normal, and this is not it. Oh, for a long time at the beginning, I kept my mouth shut and did not defend myself, and things got so crazy. There were so many lies made up, so many CPS reports and so many other reports and things done to us, etc. Maybe they were seeing something that wasn't right. Then I created a page to defend and debunk the lies. Never once to defame or slander or harass anyone. But yet what happened there? Because that's not how shit happened in Northport. That's not how it happened in Germany. That's not how it happened, you know, in the place before that, or the place before that, or the place before that, or any other place that you've been. There's like a history of you're doing this shit. There are many witnesses that will say, I never violated the Ohio order against you. Really? Because, you know, whenever
your witnesses don't matter because the judge said so. So that blows that shit right out of the water.
Yeah, you screwed that one up.
Twice. And I can tell you right now, Lynette, if you're listening to this, you're goddamn lucky I'm not that judge, because I would have had an order to have you extradited, and you and John Cook could have your happy asses sitting in a fucking cell in Ohio right now.
That's
because on the second violation under Ohio revised statutes, I can't remember exactly what one it's under, but it can be up to a felony, up to $2,500 fine, and up to a year in jail.
Yeah.
That's exactly where you'd be right now.
Yeah. Thanks for standing up for the First Amendment against these smooth-brained, sausage-lip Muppet heads. Well, yes. Thank you very much, Weak Toast. I appreciate it. No, somebody needs to. I mean, you know, their garbage is just that, garbage. So standing, you know, the only way that you can stand up to it is just talk about it. And am I always going to get it right? Fuck, no, I'm an idiot. Now, I ended up getting Ohio order wrongfully. No, you got it willfully and went quiet. And oh my gosh, it went crazy out there. And then Bruce came in to help us, and he saw Fleece's channel, and she told both sides of the story. How can you tell both sides of the story? I'm sorry. That's bullshit right there. Both sides of what? Yours and Bruce's story? Both sides of the story? Because I guarantee she didn't tell Jeremy's side of things.
No.
She was out to destroy him and has been for quite some time.
Yeah.
And was able to debunk the lies for us. You have not debunked. She has not debunked a single lie. She's made up a narrative. No. She's saying right here that's her PR person. Lisa recorded my answers and gave me back my voice, and in a way gave Jesus, stop the text to speech. In a way gave me back my voice back. Sweetheart, your voice is already gone. It is shot. It might be from, you know, all those late nights of huffing, you know, sodas down or something. I don't know. We all have a right to our feelings and opinions. Yes, you do have your rights to your feelings and opinions, as long as they don't infringe on somebody else's rights. And she has the right to run her channel as she sees fit. And trust me, there's nothing about her that's fit. And I have the right to talk about myself and my life and my child, as long as I don't speak about Cade, or the litigants and her mods. Okay. That's weird. I have the right to talk about myself and my life and my child, as long as I don't speak about Cade or the litigants and her mods and her.
Oh, she's throwing out a nickname so that she can't be accused of third party or direct contact.
Oh, okay. And have the right to her feelings, as I said, and I felt I had my right to my opinion, my own words. So we have to agree to disagree, and I've chosen to talk to the world here on my own channel. Sorry. Lisa has given my child a Christmas she'll never forget in her life by accepting donations. There you go. There you go. She says it right there on her own, by accepting donations. No, those weren't donations. Imagine Christmas for donation.
Oh, yeah, it could be a typo for case. Yeah.
Donation we're given for a fence. Donations were given for a fence to keep us private in our yard and protect HG from the cameras. And Lisa made sure that fence got put up. We're so grateful to her for the magical Christmas, and the fans are so thankful. Why? Here's the thing. Why didn't they raise money instead of for a fence? Why didn't they raise money for, getting the house subbed out? I mean, that would have been a better use of money, I would think. Am I wrong in this? I mean, I'm not a smart man, but I love you,
We got
Jenny.
to protect them from people driving up and down in a public roadway, whether they like it or not. I mean,
yeah, that's a public roadway.
yeah.
Lisa made sure that fence got put up. We're so grateful for the magical Christmas and the fence. But what about the rest of the money that they raised? Are you thankful for that too? All right, and grateful to all of you that donated to those causes. Oh, yeah, okay, that still was. Then there were more donations made towards the barn dominium. And an island was purchased that is gorgeous and saved us hundreds of dollars. And 2 toilets was purchased, and our water heater went out. So we asked Felicia if the money could cover it, and so she ordered a new one. Oh yeah, that because yeah, she's gonna get you anything, because right now she's holding all of your money and she's making the shots on who gets the fucking money. Then we had a material list created and ordered all the lumbers, so that's all here waiting. Huh? Why is this lumber just sitting there waiting? Oh, that's right. Building permits. Then a material list was created. The last thing done was the taxes came due. What do you mean you didn't have it? What do you mean taxes came due and you didn't have money for taxes? This is piss poor money management. Maybe that's why Felicia has her hands in her pockets there. We didn't ask anybody to help us, and I was trying to come up with our own, but Felicia heard about it and decided to pay them and reimburse herself from the donations.
Mm-hmm.
And John and I was grateful and thankful for that. I was unaware that she had done it until John told me about it happening. Money is very tight. Okay. Do you realize that Felicia is holding your money? If money is so tight, she's holding your money. Every fucking penny that comes in that she's supposedly giving to you. What do you think she's doing with that money? I'm just holding it to him, and I just give it to him whenever I feel like giving it. You are fucking children to her. She looks down upon you. She thinks you're low-life pieces of shit. That's what she thinks. She thinks that you're not capable of taking care of yourself.
This goes back to what we said, and not wanting to see or admitting to the hypocrisy, because they are riding that very gravy train that they whine and complain about. And the grifting.
Yep.
She is a meal ticket to them.
Yep. Bruce has all the attorney's donations. Exactly. All of that money was given to you, LP. No, it wasn't. It was given to Felicia. So you can quit that bullshit right there. None of that money was given to her. All that money, all those people that were donating, they donated it to Fleesa. They donated it to the head flea herself. And that's where the money sits. All that money that was donated to Bruce, that's Bruce's. Because what they'll come back if they do give you any money, it was just like, out of the goodness of our heart, let us help you out, because they'll never tell you how much money came in. You'll never see a penny of that money. The only money that you're going to see is the money that they give you. You're not seeing what actually came in. You would probably cry tears of joy if you saw how much money came in on a regular basis.
Well, and that's the whole thing, too, going back to the money thing. Apparently, the head useless fucktard sits there and bangs on about, oh, the money that Jeremy makes. Oh, the money that all it. You don't understand how much he makes a month and blah blah. It doesn't fucking matter. If he's lost $1 in revenue, in any way, shape, or form, that's taking money from him. Yep. It doesn't matter how that came about. I don't care if it's $1. I don't care if it's $10. I don't care if it's $100. I don't give a fuck what his subscribers, donors, members, whatever are giving to him.
Matter.
That is completely irrelevant. If he is losing one frickin' dollar, then you have cost him that dollar.
Yep. And he should be compensated back for it.
Exactly. It doesn't matter how much he makes a month.
Okay. I watch a lot of player rapping and watch a lot of candle making videos. I love listening to books online, and that's about the extent of it. The flea market is for the tortoise's benefit. Really? Really? The flea market is costing you money, but it is very slow going now for summertime.
It's for the tortoises, but it's slow. No shit.
Irony. Don't you just love the irony?
Oh, that crack me up sometimes.
I'm trying to contain. Oh, I'm making candles and selling old shit that I have it, but it's not making very much. You just broke the chat. You just broke the chat.
I got me a racing tortoise.
It's going very slow in the summertime.
He's faster than the rest of them. Ain't got no gas in it.
Oh, but now with the Winn-Dixie closed, we need to find a new place for veggies. It's called a fucking garden. It's a novel fucking idea. People have been doing it for like since the fucking beginning of time. There's been gardens since the beginning of fucking time. Seriously, where do you think that fucking apple came from? Jeez.
Yeah.
But it really helps our budget. Okay. It's already been blasted. Our building permit expired.
And whose fault is that?
Whose fault is that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. But no worries, as we're getting a new permit through Levy County. We're hiring an engineer as requested. An engineer is requested to do our final inspection. What? Okay. Let me give you a really good fucking bit of advice. You don't need a fucking engineer. What you need is a general contractor, okay? You need a general contractor, a GC. You need someone that is a certified fucking GC to come in there and put the fucking people to work and put them where they need to be working. And you need to shut the fuck up and let them do their goddamn job. There's my advice to you.
And actually get the permits.
Yes, the GC can get the permits. Yes. They can pull the permits. They can get all that shit started, and they can actually get the work done, and it will be up to fucking code. because they know when to stop work, to have an inspector come in to look at electrical, to look at plumbing. You don't need a fucking engineer. You need a goddamn GC. You don't need, let's put it this way. You don't need fucking Fleece's husband coming down there and fucking shit up, because that's all he's good at. Oh, god damn. Sorry. Just fucking idiots.
Oh my god, Yamaha, you just made me wet my plants. Well, what the fuck are you peeing on your plants for? You know there's ammonia in that shit, right? You're going to kill your plants. Stop peeing on it. Am I going to have to smack you with a fucking rolled up newspaper like I do the cats or the dog? Stop peeing on the plants, damn it.
Oh, God. As soon as that is done, hopefully work will begin very soon. No, you get a fucking GC to do that. Oh, Jesus. And wait for HG to have a bedroom. What? She doesn't have a bedroom? How long has it been that she hasn't had a bedroom? And I want to cook and bake and can dehydrate in my kitchen. Yeah, you will fucking dehydrate your kitchen if you're... It's going to look a little bit like Auschwitz if you're just cooking and baking. Okay. And make bread with my daughter and teach her to cook and sew and make jewelry. What? You can't do that right now? I mean, I'm sorry. That just makes no sense to me. I want to be in it for sure. I'm praying hard. Here's a word of advice. Prayer doesn't work. Okay?
God helps those who help themselves. You can sit on your fucking knees all day long praying all you want. Doesn't mean shit. Get off your ass and get some shit done and be responsible enough to make sure your fucking building permits, if you're pulling them yourself, don't fucking expire.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like we said, go through a general contractor. They can get that shit going. They can sub that shit out, and they can pull those building permits and get the shit done. This is all just biding time and bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're getting there. We're getting it done.
You've got a shit ton of money being held by somebody else. Somebody else has a hold of your fucking purse strings. And you need to get your goddamn money, hire yourself a GC, get the shit done. Because I guarantee you the amount that it'll cost is a lot fucking less if you just pay to get the fucking job done right the first fucking time. But oh no, I can tell you right now, it's gonna be the same group of fucking idiots that took an entire fucking weekend to put up a fucking fence. And they were panels. It wasn't like they built a fucking fence. They attached goddamn panels. Jesus.
And quite well, I don't know. We've already gone over that.
Well,
why the county hasn't said anything about that, I have no idea, because they're illegally encroaching.
Oh hell,
whatever.
Well, and here's the thing. My next door neighbor put up a fence much bigger than that, and he did that in a weekend by himself. Like I left to go out of town on a Friday. Whenever I came back on Sunday, it was done. And then he was staying in it the following weekend. OC is requiring blueprints by an engineer. That's why you hire a GC. A GC will be responsible for doing that. They will get all the people that need to do it. And if they're needing a blueprint, then they're fucked up. They've done something massively wrong. They will not give her LP any permits to build. Then she needs to hire a GC. A general contractor will get all of the building permits. They will get everybody in place that needs to be there.
Well, it might be in regards to the land, though. I don't know what's going on with that land. They might not be able to build a residence there.
Oh, that's true. That is a possibility.
Yeah. If they are not allowed by code, by county code, to build a residence there, if it's not slated for that, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah, because if they've already gotten a building permit, if they already had a building permit, I don't understand why they just didn't get a general contractor. This is why it doesn't, that's why it doesn't make any sense. Levy County already told LP several times she will not give any permits to build. She's already had a building permit. See, right there, building permit. She's saying she had a building permit, but it expired. So I don't understand. Okay,
all right, though. But this is coming from her. And I wouldn't believe this bitch any more than I would the rest of them, that the sun rises or sets.
So I'm just wondering, how did they
Has
get a
anybody
building
actually
permit if
looked
they're
that
not
up?
allowed to build? That's what I don't understand. If they're not allowed to build, or is this just the shit that they've been saying? Because if it's shit that they've been saying, then that is on them entirely. That is on them. If you're planning on building a fucking house on a piece of property and you want to know that you can actually build on that property beforehand, that's not hard to find out. I know I deal with this shit all damn day long. People calling me saying, can we build on it? I go, I don't know. Check with the county. County will tell you if you're in a floodplain, if you can build, if it's insurable, they'll have all that information. I don't, just stupid.
Yeah.
As requested, but do our final inspections as we finish each project. Well, that's why an engineer is not going to be able to help you with that. Sorry, an engineer does not help you with that. You get a general contractor. The general contractor hires all the people that's necessary to do it. If you need an engineer to get building permits, then something's fucking jacked with your property.
Well, here's the thing. Correct me if I'm wrong. Like I said, I don't write this shit down. So what they're talking about building is building onto that pre-existing building that is there, correct? That has been there for who knows how long? Is that what it is?
The metal shed, yeah.
Yeah, they're talking about, okay. So it could potentially be the reason why they're requiring, if that's the case, if that is what's going on, and they say, no, you have to get an engineer. It could be they need to have a structural engineer to check it out to see whether or not they can even build onto the thing if it's safe enough to do so.
Yeah, but they wouldn't have given you a building permit in the first place. They would have not given her a building permit in the first place.
I'm saying, though, if that is what the case is and that's what they're being told, you have to get an engineer. Then it could be a general contractor wouldn't be able to clear that. That would have to go through an engineer if that's what they're requiring to check the building structure to make sure that it's even safe to do so. But I think, my personal opinion is, I think this is all bullshit.
Yeah.
None of this makes any fucking sense to me at all.
No, because if you got the building permits in the first place, then you would have had no problem doing that because a general contractor would have gotten the engineer. They would have said, yeah, we can't build on this. We can't even get building permits. You're going to have an engineer come out here and do this. This is talking in fucking circles. This is stupid, ridiculous, and it just
Yeah.
It's just
none
wrong.
of this makes any sense. Yeah.
It's a griftmonium, yeah.
Yeah.
And as soon as all that is done, hopefully work will begin very soon, as I can't wait for her to have her own bedroom. I want to cook and bake and dehydrate. Please dehydrate. YouTube, no, don't I mean, don't, no, I meant don't I meant to say don't dehydrate, stay hydrated, drink water. That's what I meant to say. I'm sorry.
Stop licking the turtles and hydrate.
Yes.
You're not going to get enough water off the turtles.
Oh. Just some of tax site shows. Oh, you're talking about that Fleesa paid for her taxes? Everybody already knows that. No, I mean I could show it again, but that's pretty obvious. YouTube is a form of entertainment. No shit, Sherlock. Everyone knows that YouTubers create a storyline. No, that is not true. No, actually, that is not true.
Well, I do.
You create a storyline. I don't. I just read fucking court documents. I see what's in front of me, and sometimes I get it fucking wrong. Or they do things like sell jewelry, or put their makeup on,
or crystal dildos,
or film their families, etc., for views, which gets them paid money. Oh, Jesus Christ, no. Jesus, no. Who's been telling you this shit? That's wrong. No.
Wait a minute, what?
No, what she's saying is that people create a storyline, or they do things like sell jewelry or put their makeup on or film their families or other stuff, and they do it for views, which gets them paid money, and people out in the world watch these YouTubers. No. I am telling you, that's not how it works. I'm not 100% sure, but that lot was, I I don't think that it was a dump. I just think that it was used as a dumping ground for shit. But it could have been. I don't know. I'd have to. I'm not going to speak on that one because I don't know for sure. So I don't know if it was a dump. Okay. As again, I will repeat myself another time. YouTube is a side business. It's a side hustle. It's a side thing that you do because you enjoy doing it. Okay. If you're looking at YouTube, whenever you first start out, if you're looking at YouTube as thinking that you're going to make it big, I will tell you what, grab one of these fucking things right here and go move your ass out to fucking Hollywood and join a fucking band and become world famous, because you have a much greater chance of doing it with that piece of shit right there on hanging on the fucking wall than you do on fucking YouTube. Okay.
I see what she's saying, but yeah, you're right. And that, and the people that typically do go into it with that mindset fail.
Yes.
Their channels, they don't last.
Yes.
For the most part. And the ones that do that, it's because they've worked their ass off and because they have something worth what people are wanting to see.
When Snowflower says permits go through town hall and property is still vacant, no occupancy permit. Well, it's not vacant. They have shit on the property. Although it's just a mobile home. I mean, you'd just be better off with a fucking tent. Okay. Just saying. Just about as bad as being in a fucking tent. Or a storyline on TV because they've got nothing better to do. So what she's saying is all of you fine folks out there, watch us because you've got nothing better to do. Because it's entertaining, because they feel it's fun. And the people end up getting involved. They act on
like
things.
Your helmet and my goofy laugh.
Yeah, they do. They see and hear and watch, and they believe them, and they too start doing what the YouTuber is doing, even if it means destroying a family or hurting someone. No. See, I don't know what she's been. Maybe she's been watching some Johnny Somali or something like that, because that kind of behavior is not encouraged ever. Destroying a family or hurting someone or hurting a child. No. Because if people were doing what I'm doing, I wouldn't encourage that. The upsetting part about that is that these people doing this don't realize that this is not a TV show. It's not a reality series. It's real family, real children, real people being hurt. These people do not realize that they will have to pay for their part in this, just like if someone commits a crime and they run in and rob a bank and you're... Oh, Jesus. So what she's saying is anything that you do on YouTube is criminal. Be warned, Yamaha, everything that you do on YouTube is criminal. If you're on YouTube, you're a criminal.
Well, I think most people would probably agree with most of the things that I say or how I act as criminal to one extent or another.
Will have to pay for their part in this, just like if someone commits a crime and they run in and rob a bank. If someone commits a crime, well, if they committed a crime and run in and rob a bank, that's a separate thing. You might want to figure that out. LP got the permit from City Russ to Sus by giving favors illegally because the property isn't listed residential according to the county. Allegedly.
Well, that would make sense.
Well,
if that's what it is, I mean, that would make sense.
Yeah.
Which makes everything, well, yeah.
Well, and then
so they would be invalid anyway, so it's all bullshit if that's the case.
Right. And they jump in the car and you drive away and they've deleted somebody, or you're as to blame. Yeah, you would be, because that would be committing a crime. Okay.
She's using that same example that I've given.
Because you're bored, you want entertainment, or you think it's fun. I think my family has. Oh, I'm sorry. I think my family has proven enough via sheriff report. No. Okay, if you weren't here this morning, and you missed out on watching Laura Owens, okay? This is the perfect example of the kind of shit that Laura Owens was pulling. Whenever she showed up to court, she goes, well, I had a doctor's appointment. And she goes, okay, all we've got is you took a screenshot of an appointment. That's it. You've not provided any proof that you even showed up to this doctor's appointment. Just taking a screenshot of it does not mean that you went through with it. Just because the sheriff or police, you file a police report, doesn't mean anything. That means jack squat in anything. If they don't find a reason to go after somebody, they make shit up.
No. And it doesn't mean that you're innocent or guilty. That's for a court to decide, or a jury.
Exactly. Just because you have witnesses that say you're innocent of something does not matter.
No.
And that is that the simple storyline created for someone to make money on YouTube. No. See, that the lie that Bruce has been telling you is I guess it's sunk in, because that right there is the whole that right there comes straight out of Bubble's mouth. Oh, they're doing this to make money on YouTube. They're using the neighbors to make money on YouTube. Really? Really? You're that fucking deranged. You really believe that bullshit? You really believe that bullshit?
There are a lot of people out there that have started out or have done bad neighbor, quote unquote, bad neighbor, or similar type titlings.
Yeah. Yes.
Many people have. This is
long before she got around there.
Oh yeah.
And this is simple storyline to make money on YouTube. No. Watching you be a fucking fool exposed has not made them as much money as you think. They make a hell of a lot more money off of doing their storage shit. I myself do not want to ever stand before God. Oh, I bet you don't. And before my Jesus. I bet you don't. And have to explain my part in ripping someone's family to shreds and tearing a little innocent child into pieces. Why would you do that to a child? Don't tear little innocent children to pieces. That's bad. So yes, I wouldn't want to stand there either. And that's where you've done, and that's what the YouTubers have done. This little innocent child is nothing left but peaceful and joyful. No, not from what we've heard. Whenever you got that child screaming under the fence.
Well, see, again, and this is where we've talked about before, where they always want to throw this kid up as a shield while using her as a weapon, a cudgel, and continue to throw their own bullshit downrange. They do it all the time.
Her future, because all she's going to find is nasty, hate-filled garbage. What? Is this nasty, hate-filled garbage? No, that is, like your fucking living quarters. My last point is this. Just because I'm no longer talking on Fleece's channel doesn't mean I've thrown her under the bus, as you stated. Well, let me put it this way. You probably should. You should probably start by getting all of your fucking money from her. That's where I would suggest you start, is getting your money from her. Get your money from Bubbles. Get yourself a fucking attorney. Get past all of this bullshit. Get your head out of your ass. Get out of all this bullshit. Stop being a fucktard, and I guarantee you life changes drastically. People have the right to disagree, and again, she has the right to not want me to talk on her channel. It's her channel, guys. True. Yeah. It is. But she's telling you that she's doing it to protect you. like not allowing you to have a voice. She's taken away your voice. And I have a right to want to talk and defend myself against the lies, insanity going around. Well, you just added more insanity in there. Or should I say your friend Fleesa added more insane people to all this bullshit. I have never, ever spoken against Fleesa, and I won't start now. Fleesa, from what I know, is a very nice and caring person. Please stop believing lies and bullying me and my family. Bullying is wrong. You guys are adults. Hopefully you know that. Oh, my God. Oh, jeez. Now, who's drinking the fucking Kool-Aid?
Yeah.
Who is drinking the Kool-Aid here?
Well, that's the thing. They want to create all this bullshit, which, like I said, started from Lynette Preston and John Cook. So fuck them. They started all this shit. That's why it lies where it lies right now. But then, as they have proven time and time again, now they want to throw their hands up and walk away and act like, oh, well, you know, oh, no big deal, our bad.
Yeah.
And think they can just walk away from it. But then, at the same time, try and hold over, oh, well, it was dismissed without prejudice, so, you know, it can always be refiled, you know, just like the fucking Lips does over and over again.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's just,
well, Lips has a quite a bit to learn, I think, about life and people in general. And, you know, I feel for her. Because, you know, mommy and daddy must not told her any better. You know.
Well, her family apparently avoids her like the plague. Well, I mean, fuck, she's sued her own family. So.
Oh, well, multiple times.
I mean,
And her husband.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And from the last that I saw, if I remember correctly, he still has one of how many domestic violence that have been filed against him, which in my personal opinion is complete and utter bullshit. I could see and smell this bitch a mile away. Because I've seen and dealt with women like her. We had a case one time where, it wasn't that I was an investigator, I was just part of it, where a guy was ruined because of a falsity about domestic violence.
Yep.
Life was ruined. Ended up getting fired. The whole 9 yards. Ends up offing himself. And as it turns out through later investigation, yeah, she lied.
Yep.
Lied about the whole thing.
Thank you so much.
They use it as a weapon. They use it as manipulation. They use it for control. That's why each and every single case has to be looked at very clearly and very carefully, in my opinion.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, if
because this whole idea of automatically, oh, believe all women, oh, no, bullshit. I've seen this shit too many fucking times.
We saw
and
what
that's
happened.
exactly what she's doing, in my opinion.
We
and that's why he still has one hanging over his head. And in my opinion, that's why she's using his fucking name and nothing is being said or done about it, because he's too goddamn scared. Because she's got his nuts in a vice grip.
Yep.
So fuck her. I don't feel for her at all. I don't give a fuck about her childhood. That's no bullshit excuse.
No.
There's a lot of people who have fucked up childhoods.
Oh, yeah.
Even worse than what she could even come close to imagining.
Exactly.
And they don't turn around and turn out like this and do shit like this.
No.
It's a bullshit excuse. Now, it could be an explanation and a reason behind it, but it is by no means an excuse.
No, that's everything about what they're doing is an excuse. Every time that I hear one of them come up with any reason for their behavior, it's always never their fault. Not my fault. It's Jeremy's fault because I gotta blame Jeremy.
Yeah.
Jeremy, it's his fault because it's his fault that we're broke and we're poor and we don't get any money. No. You broke, you're poor, you live in shitty fucking swallowed conditions because of your own fucking choices. And once you can realize that, I guarantee you can fucking move forward. Thank you very much, Diane Shaver. And that's why Lynette moved to Otter Creek. She thought she was going to get help with her channel from Jeremy and make all kinds of money. And
well, it goes back to that other video that they want to sit there and bang on about. I don't care if they were in the process of getting that property. I don't care if it was later that day. I don't care if it was 2 days later, 2 weeks later. At that moment in time, when you see Jeremy Hales on that tractor, and again, I'm not a subscriber of his. I'm not a member of his. I don't watch their stuff. I knew nothing about him until the whole thing with Judge Thomas's came up and that whole fucking debacle, and then all this shit started.
Yep.
But when you see that video there in his own benevolence and in good faith, yet again, based on her lies and her manipulation, goes over there and illegally removes a tree from property she did not own.
Oh, yeah. That's
unbeknownst to him.
Yes.
And yet they still want to hold this woman up as some innocent angel. She's never been anything but a liar and a grifter, in my opinion, plain and simple.
Yeah, Sassy Mama C says she was bragging for 6 months prior to moving about moving there and working for him because Jeremy had said something about coming to Robbie's camp and working for Robbie and even potentially work part 1. Yeah. I mean, see, I didn't know anything about Jeremy Hills. The storage unit stuff did not interest me. I think I'd maybe seen a couple here and there, but that wasn't something that drew my interest to YouTube. So I had never heard of Jeremy Hales. Oh, there's a lot of YouTubers I hadn't heard of. And I mean, you were talking about someone at that point in time probably would have had, 600,000 subs at that point. I had never heard of him. And then the only time that I heard about him, I think he was over 800,000 subs. I think he's lost subs in that amount of time. I don't know, because I don't really pay attention. I have no idea
what he was at the Apex. I have no idea.
I never paid attention to what somebody's sub count was. Whenever I'd watch something on YouTube, it was because I was interested in it.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's like what you said earlier. I happened to jump in right as I jumped in, and you were talking about what we've talked about before. Oh, yeah. I didn't know there were that many people. I don't pay attention to that shit.
No, he did. I can see how many people are in chat, and I think that all of you should have hit that like and subscribe by now, at least once.
Yeah,
3 times if you really love me, but. That's the thing is I just as a general rule, whenever I would view stuff, I didn't view it as a content creator. Does that make sense? Because I just viewed YouTube as, oh, cool information or something to watch, something to get my mind off of my fucking boring ass life. Like, look, they're doing something exciting. Hooray.
Yeah.
So I'd never heard of Jeremy Hales until all the bullshit with Judge Thomas's, and then it was so insane that by the time I started going through all of it, I was like, oh my gosh, how far down the fucking rabbit hole does this shit go?
Well, and that's what really kicked it into the gear, because it was around about that time then that Bubbles went around and was humping everybody's leg and trying to get attention for his macaroni salad bullshit, and then was getting told no, so he got all pissy about it.
Well,
Excuse me.
That's the
thing. And then started dragging people into this shit. And we had talked about that, and I said, wait and see. Wait and see what's going to happen.
Yeah.
They're going to start playing this guilt by association bullshit, and they're going to start throwing out their fucking little booger hooks and trying to grab everybody up that they can who's in any way, shape, or form attached to Megan or Tug or anyone in LawTube that's going around on all that. I mean, look what they did. He tried to drag Dave Neal into this because of his association with Megan and Tug.
Yes. I started watching YouTube because see, Nanny says I started watching YouTube because of the Depp Heard trial. I followed DU Guy and Tug back then. And see, I really started watching YouTube, like really actually paying attention to it, was during Rittenhouse. Because it really was very interesting to me. And I think it was the only person that was really hitting it hard was Nick Rekieta. I had never heard of Nick Rekieta before that at all, and I started watching his stuff. I was like, oh, I actually agree with this guy on a lot of shit. Pretty interesting, pretty cool. I mean, I think Jeremy is the first man to tell Lynette no, and it made her mad. No, I guarantee she's not the first one.
No, because she has a track record of doing that, and then when she gets caught lying or whatever, part of her grift was going around and then accusing people of child-related things. She has a history of that.
Yes.
That was part of the problem that was going on in Germany.
Yeah.
She did the exact same kind of shit there.
That's why she can't go back. Yeah, see, and he's got folks here. Mac's been watching Jeremy since 2019. Like, well, that's amazing. LP has always called it a home after Jeremy refused to make her famous because she didn't always have it there. Yeah. Well, it is that time of night, everybody. I'm going to probably be joining over there with MG Law here in a bit. Everybody have a wonderful night, and I will see you soon.
Thank you, everybody.
Make sure you sub up to this man over here.
Yeah. If you like stories.
And go
nothing
watch
to
the
do with
damn
any
stories.
Of this shit. Yeah.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't talk about this shit here.
Nothing to do with any of this stuff. Just stories.
He tells stories. He tells the greatest stories, and with that voice, ladies, I'm telling you, you have no idea what you're in for. If you just want to, just lay back, relax, hit that little, that little button that makes you just get all like.
Was done, bless your heart, but I'm still living rent-free, it's a work of art. Call me daddy, call me nut, call me the goat. You're paddling upstream while I'm running this boat. You say, I don't care, yet you're glued to the screen. Caught up in my glow while you stay unseen. Your shade's like a breeze, it's barely a draft. Meanwhile, I'm the Picasso of roasting your ass. You say you're over me, oh how cute, but here I am, still the star of your loop. You're my biggest fans, don't even deny. So grab some popcorn when daddy goes live. Live. Call me daddy, yeah, shout it loud. King of your thoughts, I'm making you proud. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, headline act. Your background noise, and that's just a fact. Let's face the score. You hate that you love me, but you keep wanting more. You're like a dog chasing cars, you don't know why. But here you are, barking while I touch the sky. Your comments are gold, such comedy gold. Who hurt you? Oh wait, it's me, I'm told. You're keeping tabs like an unpaid intern while I'm cashing checks. When will you learn? Your timeline's a shrine to every move I make. I'd say thanks, but you're a nasty skank. Oh, Shizzy's washed up. Yeah, sure, Jan, yet here I am, the centerpiece of your plan. You hate watch my stream like it's Oscar night, but guess what, kiddos? I'm still shining bright. Call me daddy. Send in your bread, I'm still rent-free in your effing head. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy on your brain. I'm your mental landlord, you can't complain. Let's keep it real. You hate that I'm winning, but you love how it feels. Oh, I'm sorry, did I break your streak? You tried to ignore me for like half a week, but daddy's too spicy, you can't look away. I'm the train wreck you need every single day. So while you're out there with your plastic clout, I'm here sipping coffee watching you freak out. You're irrelevant, wow, what a take. Now go rewatch my vids while I count how much I make. I count how much I make. Call me daddy, yeah, own it now. I'm reading your brain and you don't know how. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, let's set the bar. I'm the constellation, you're a burned out star. Embrace your role, cause I'm the main character. You're just an old ragged ass burned out troll. So that's your bedtime story, kids tucked in sweet and snug. Shizzy Daddy's forever, you lose and you're stuck in the mud. Now say goodnight to Papa Nut, your mental plane. Oh wait, you will see me tomorrow's agenda will see me tomorrow. Same obsession, same effing thing.
I have a story.